Hi, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok. Today's topic, 12 plus ways to earn an income in Thailand. The first, number one, teach English. It's an old standby, but it's not quite as easy as it used to be. And unless you're working in a large school or university, you're going to really have to hustle to make more than 30 or 40,000 a month. Nowadays, you need a college degree to work here legally, and it helps to have a TEFL. You can work with just a TEFL, but first of all, the TEFL is quite expensive. I think it's about $1,500 US. And also, if immigration finds out you're working with just a TEFL certificate, first, you're not going to have a work permit, so you're working illegally. And second, if they catch you, they will deport you in all likelihood. So nowadays, you really need to have a college degree to teach English here. And the money is not great. It's okay, and you can live off of it, but if you're going to live here long term, I think you probably need a little bit more than $30,000 a month. Number two, website sales. You can sell just about anything on a website. I used to sell painted eggs from China, purses from Chiang Mai, semi-precious stones. You can sell home decorations. You can sell ebooks. The list of products that you can sell is really endless. But you do need to establish and then build a relationship with your vendors here in Thailand. So you need to know where to go before you start your business. You need to know what the niche is. You need to do a business plan. It's not just as simple really as just coming here and winging it, which I did. I got lucky basically. But if you really want to do it the right way, you should do your research and build up some relationships with your vendors here in Thailand. The third is actually number 3, 4, and 5, and they are freelance writer, freelance photographer, and photojournalist. All three of these I've lumped into number 3, 4, and 5. They're basically the same niche, I guess you could say. And the thing is about them is you're going to have some ability. You can't just grab a digital camera, run outside, and say, well, I'm going to make a living here in Bangkok or in Thailand doing this. You're going to need years to build up your skill to where you can make a modest income, or hopefully you can make more if your business acumen is high. Becoming a journalist, really you need an education, a good education, a journalist background. It does help. So those are 3 jobs: photographer, photojournalist, which means you're going to be a photographer and a writer and know how to document stories about things that people care about, and a writer. There's plenty of people that are making a living selling ebooks and writing here in Thailand. But if you consider how many people there are doing this that are truly making a good living, the number is relatively low when you look at how many people have tried it or are trying it now. Number 6, eBay. Selling products on eBay is just one of many ways that you can make money, but it's something that expats have been doing for many years. But nowadays, competition is extremely stiff. The profit margins have dwindled from what they used to be, and it's more difficult to make a good income. Also, eBay has begun limiting first-time sellers to the amount of items, the number of items that they can sell, and also the dollar number, the dollar figure of what people can sell. So you're going to need some time to build up your feedback, to gain the trust of eBay, because they're trying to protect the buyers in addition to the sellers. So they have these limits now that they use to curb any kind of shady activity. Number 7, day trading, buying and selling stocks. This is definitely something that you're going to have to be proficient at before you come over to Thailand. You really will need to have a portfolio and some kind of a track record that shows you can do this month after month and earn enough money from buying and selling stocks to live off of. You're taking calculated risk. It's akin to gambling, but nevertheless, there are people who do this. I don't know of the legalities. I imagine that technically, if you're doing this, you are working, and thus, if you don't have a work permit, you're working illegally. But the Thai immigration tends to allow these kind of things, but I wouldn't recommend flaunting it by any means, because the last thing that you want to do is have a problem with immigration. Okay, number 8 is online gambling. Again, this is something that borders on, well, this doesn't, gambling doesn't border on illegal. It is illegal in Thailand. There are many people who claim to be making good money betting on poker and on sporting events. But remember that the number of gamblers that are truly earning a living out of all the people that gamble is extremely low. There are very, very few people who have the discipline and the mathematical skills and the knowledge of their sport or their game to be able to win and be able to ride out the times when they don't win. Most hardcore gamblers are broke, and a scarce few can make a living. So I would not come over here counting on living off online gambling or any other kind of gambling unless you have a track record. You are extremely skilled and you've shown that you can do this regularly and you have money behind you. So again, this is one of these jobs that it takes skill. It's not something you can just fall into. You can teach English, you can sell stuff online, and you just about anybody who knows, well, if you're going to buy something at $1 and you sell it for $5, if you sell enough things, you ought to be able to make a living from it. That's fairly simple, but when you add in some of the complexities of online gambling and day trading, buying and selling stocks, and even freelance photography, which you really need a lot of skill to be able to make money. You not only do you need technical skill, you also need to know how to market yourself and how to set up a business model that will work. So let's move on to number 9, renting out properties in your home country. You're going to need to have property, and you're going to need to have somebody that can oversee the day-to-day activities involving your property to collect your money and to solve any problems should you have any. You don't want to have to be running back and forth to your country to solve problems. You need somebody that is willing to work for you and that will help you and back you and who you can trust. Number 10, you can do the same thing. You can rent out properties here in Thailand. If you've got 5 condos and they're renting for 50,000 baht and you've already paid off 2 of them and your rent is 30,000 a month on the others, well, if you can rent all of them, then you can make an income. But this is something that you've got to have a fair amount of property and you've really got to have your act together. But it is possible to do this. So I know somebody who used to flip. He used to rent out his property, and then he would put additions on, or he would remodel or something like that, and then he would bump the price up, the selling price up, and he would end up making some decent money. Number 11, you can be a website designer. This is something that is extremely portable. If you have a good relationship with clients back in your home country, and you know what you're doing, You can do everything from just about anywhere in the world. So it is a great job if you know what to do. Not everybody knows how to do coding and HTML and CSS and all this other stuff. It's not easy. It can rack your brain if you don't know what you're doing. And it's a great job if you know what you're doing. That's all I'm going to say. You can find a job here in Thailand if you're lucky. You can do things like you can work as a when I say work as a journalist before, I was talking about working freelance. You can also try to get on with the Phuket Gazette, the Bangkok Post, the Nation. They don't pay great, but you'll be able to make a living. But you need to have a college degree. You can be a bar manager, a hotel manager. You can be a hotel chef. There's a number of things. You can be a financial advisor. You can work as a model or an actor. You can work as a translator in some cases. So there are quite a few things. You can work as a dive instructor. You can do many, many things if you're willing to hustle and you're willing to look for the opportunities and you have a marketable skill. There are a lot of illegal gigs that foreigners do. They work in boiler rooms. They sell. I know somebody who sold steroids. He would sell them to Canada. They sell drugs. They mule drugs, which I definitely recommend staying away from that. They sell pharmaceutical drugs that like Viagra, Cialis. What's the other ones that they do? Valium, Xanax, that kind of thing. People do sell these abroad. I don't know just what kind of market there is, but I would imagine you have to be involved in that scene to be able to make a living at it. The Thai government has a list of 36 different jobs that foreigners are banned from doing. I have this list on my website in this blog post. Please take a look at it. It'll benefit you to know which jobs foreigners are definitely not allowed to do. Thank you for watching this video. Jerkan Mai. I appreciate you watching. Please click like or leave a comment below. Don't forget to visit my new website at AmericanInBangkok.com. There are links to other videos. I will be transferring videos and blog information from the old blog to this new site. So all of those will be back on this new site. Please click like on my Facebook. That would help me immensely. And take care of yourself. Thank you once again. See you next time.